Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have David. David is from Colombia, so let's see what David has to say. Enjoy the interview.
Can you hear me right now?
Yes, I can.
That's good.
How are you, David?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you so much. Thanks for taking the time for the interview. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me.
Amazing. Right, before we start the game, just tell me where you're from.
Well, I'm from Manizales in Colombia.
Okay. And you live in the same place, Manizales?
Yes, I'm from Manizales and I live in Manizales.
I see. And what do you do for a living?
Well, I do lots of things. I'm a lawyer by education and a chef by vocation. So I do the both things, and I'm a lawyer at mornings and on Monday and Tuesday, and a chef on Wednesday to Sunday on the evenings.
Oh my God, that's amazing. That's amazing that you can combine both, that you can practice both of your work, your passion. That's amazing.
Yes. It's really amazing that I can do both things.
Amazing. And tell me, what's the best part of living in your city?
Well, I think this is a very peaceful city. It's very quiet and it's pretty small. So moving from one side to another, it's really easy. And I think that's the best thing of living in Manizales.
I see. And before we start this journey called Really in the Magic Box, I would like you to tell me something interesting about yourself.
Well, what can I tell you about? Well, I'm how can I say it? I'm a person who really loves to learn different stuff. And I'm pretty convinced that we all can get knowledge from different things by ourselves. So I like to practice in the kitchen. I like to make whatever recipe I find. And well, that's my biggest passion, as you can see. So the things that I enjoy the most is trying new recipes and learning more in the kitchen.
I see. Amazing. So I can see that I believe that you're very adventurous in the kitchen. You like to try new things. Always.
Yes. I love to.
Great. So through the interview, I'm going to ask you more questions about your career as a lawyer and also as a chef. Okay? Great.
Okay, perfectly.
So are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and to share your point of views?
Yes, absolutely.
Amazing. So welcome to William and the Magic Box. I've got here my best friends full of random fun questions. I'm just gonna play a song now just for us to move a little bit before the first. Okay? Let's do it. Right. Ready for the first question?
Yes.
Let's do it. Just before I pick the first question, if there is a question that you don't have an answer for, you don't want to answer, I always can change, okay? It's always very fun. Okay? Cool. So, run away. The first question for you is, what things do you consider to be relationship deal breakers?
Okay, well, I think the lack of comprehension, the lack of understanding each other, and to try to keep the other person like we used to know him. Well, because we have to recognize that we are human in construction. So I think we change through the time, and we have to understand that. And I think when you don't understand that the other person is changing and the other person is transforming himself, well, that's the biggest thing I think that could make a relationship break.
I totally agree with you. I think through the years, when you meet someone, of course, a long relationship, we change a lot as well, and you need to find a way to adjust yourself to the new person as well, because we ourselves, we change every single day, every single time. We always change the way we face life, the way our point of views as well, about ourselves as well. And if you love someone, if you know what I mean, care about this person, you need to adjust yourself, you need to understand as well, you need to go together as well, because as you said, I like your point, if it doesn't go there, it's gonna break for sure. You know what I mean? I totally agree. I agree with you. Okay, David, let's go for the second question.
Okay.
Let's do it. Right, next question for you is, what are the top 3 things on your bucket list?
Oh, my top 3 things on my bucket list. Well, the first one, get to know like all the world around, like traveling all around the world. The second one would be having a house right in the front of the sea, and with a restaurant in it.
Of course.
So I live in there and work in there. And the third one could be, well, sharing all these 2 things with my boyfriend.
Of course, of course. By the way, how is Leo? How is doing? He's okay?
Well, he's really good. He's working right now. He's in the bed working.
Okay, very good, very good. Say hello for me, okay, later.
Yeah, absolutely. I will.
Great. Let's go for another question, David. Let's do it. Right, before the next question, I would like you to tell me, when was the moment that you said, okay, I was born to be a lawyer? There was a moment or in your life, and also, when was the moment that you said, okay, I would like to become a chef as well? So tell me those 2 moments in your life when you kind of felt like, okay, this is my 2 passions in my life. Tell me how did it happen?
Okay, well, I think the interest in both areas like grew together. Well, first of all, I'm gonna answer to the lawyer thing, and then the chef thing. So I think the lawyer thing comes because my parents work with a foundation, with an NGO here in Colombia. They are the directors and the founders of that NGO, and they worked with a lot of citizenship subjects like human rights, participation, democracy, protection of child, a lot of things. And I think because of that, I get interested in the reality, in the political, economical, and societal reality. So, well, I was at school, and there was a teacher of history who in 9th grade asked us to do a work about the role of the social society, of the civil society, in the armed conflict here in Colombia. And doing that research, I decided that I was going to be a lawyer.
Wow.
And well, that was kind of the history with the lawyer thing.
How old were you?
I was 16.
Okay.
Well,
wow.
Here in Colombia, we get into the university really small. Well, I get into university when I was 17. So
Yep.
And well, I get into university. I finished my career. I got specialized in labor and security, social security lawyer. And well, that's it. And the chef thing, well, it started when I was like 6, 7 years old, because I always loved to share the moment in the kitchen with my mom. Well, she was the one who cooked in our house, and with one of my aunts and with my grandma. They cooked really well. So I love to spend a lot of time with them. And then I went to Bogota and I get to watch a TV channel called El Gourmet, an Argentinian channel. And well, it was love at first sight.
Wow.
So I started to look recipes in their webpage. I started to try them, to improve them, and well, but finally I decided to work with the kitchen. Last year, I was in 2019. I was working as a lawyer. I was contracted by a company, and I worked full time in that company. And finally, in December, I decided to quit. And my family had a restaurant, and I always wanted to be the chef in the restaurant. So the vacancy was open, and they told me like, well, you quit, so do you want to be the chef here? And I said yes. I started there. We had, well, the pandemic arrived, so we have to close. And we were closed like a year.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, on 25th of February of this year, we reopened the restaurant, and we started with a pizzeria.
Wow.
And well, I'm the chef there, and I'm really, really happy being there.
Very good, very good. I'm glad that you can combine both of your passions in life. Very good that you can do both still. Very good. Next question for you is, what is your idea of a perfect friendship?
Well, I think might not be an idea, but a real friendship, because I can say that I have two girlfriends that are the most loving person, the most comprehensive person that I have. They are called Daniela and Ana Maria. And I think the most important in friendship is, well, it's the same thing of a relationship. Well, you have to understand each other. You have to transform each other and understand the transformation of the other person. And what I can say is that the most important thing is to always be there.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think our best friends, we don't choose best friend. They come naturally. The chemistry is there, so things happen naturally. And they're always gonna be there for us anyway. So yeah, that's the best part of having best friends, for sure.
Yes, I've always believed in well, I don't know if you know it, the legend, I think that's a Chinese legend, that is the red string that ties us with the persons that before we were born, we decided to meet. And it's a string that ties us, and it can, like when you take a rope and try to get it to the limit.
Yeah, but never breaks.
Point. But it will never break. And well, you no matter the time, no matter where, you will get to know that person.
Very good, very good. I like that. Very good. Cool.
It's a really beautiful legend.
It is, for sure. I totally agree. Next question. Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, next question for you is, if you were in a circus, which character would you like to be and why?
Oh my. Well, I think I would like to be a clown, because I think it's really important to make fun of yourself, and like to allow you to make ridiculous. I think that should be a right of every human being, like the right of being ridiculous.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's what makes people beautiful. When they are ridiculous, when they are silly, when they are themselves, when they are happy, you put yourself in this mood of being happy. That's what makes people beautiful.
Yes, I agree. The authenticity.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Not ashamed or not scared to be happy. That's what matters. When people, they are not ashamed or not, they don't think what people are going to think about them. They just, you know what I mean, being themselves, silly, happy. That's what matters.
Totally.
Next question.
Okay.
Right. Before the next question, tell me what's the most challenging part of being a lawyer?
Well, if there is any lawyer seeing this, I think he would agree, and I think it's the clients. Well, we have some really good clients, really patient clients, but we also have like these intense clients. Yeah, because they don't get to understand that justice is slow, that we depend on the system, that we depend on the time that the judge has. So there are many times when the client calls you like 3 times in a day to ask you, how's my process going? What's going on? Tell me something. And the only thing you can say to them is, well, I'm doing my best, but there are many processes here in Colombia. We have a court system like collapsed. So it's really, really difficult to deal with some clients sometimes.
Okay, cool. Next question for you is, do you have any nicknames?
Well, yeah.
Tell me about it.
It's Mono.
Ah, why?
Like Blondie, because of my hair. Well, it's pretty dark right now, but yeah, they call me Mono. Mono or Monito.
Since a child, they call you this nickname?
Yeah, particularly my family and my closest person, but it became like the common nickname for me, and everyone call me Mono. Monito is reserved to my family.
Okay, and how Leo calls you? Leo calls you?
He calls me Mono.
Very beautiful, very beautiful. Next question.
Okay.
Right, next question for you is, good question. Give one advice to your president, just one. What that would be?
That's a tough question because we have the worst president here. So it would be like stop improvising and stop stop cheating the Colombian people.
Good one. Very good. I hope you're gonna be watching this interview in the future. You're gonna go like, okay, I'll get your advice. Never know.
Well, yeah, you never know.
Next question, David. Right, do you have siblings as well, brothers and sisters, or not?
Yeah, I have 2 siblings.
Okay, and they are the same, work the same area as you, or a totally different area?
They are older than me. I'm the little one in my family. And the oldest one is a visual designer. And the middle one, she is a biologist. She's gonna get her degree like in a month, and we are also happy for that. And she works with me in the restaurant. She's my sous chef.
Oh, connected.
She also has a bijouterie market. She sells like these earrings and necklaces and all those stuff.
Very good, very good. Okay, next question for you is, what has been the lowest point of your life?
Well, there is one moment in my life that was like pretty tough. And in advance, you can share this. It was in February 2017. I decided to to do some medical exams, including the ITS exams. And well, there was nothing wrong with my body. I didn't feel anything. So I just went to doctor, and I was waiting in the waiting area, and I saw like a little poster saying, remember your control ITS exams. So I got into the consultory, and well, I asked the exams. Like a week after the appointment, I went to ask for the results, and they gave me every one of it. Like they made me a lot of exams because I haven't visited the doctor for long ago. So the lady in the reception, she gave me everything. And well, the last one was the HIV test. And well, according to the law, she shouldn't have gave me the result, because it should have been given by the oncologist, no matter if the result was positive or negative. And she gave me. So I've always have a confusion with, I don't know, the two signs, more than, less than. I don't recognize them. So I got the last page, and I was looking at it, and I couldn't get it. I was so afraid. And I get to my father's office. I was like in shock. I started to cry because I was pretty sure that what I was reading, it was that the test was positive. And well, it was. That was the first test. If you don't know, or the one that are watching this, if you don't know, you have to confirm the first result, because there are many false positives. But well, I was with Leo. We've been 6 years now together. By that time, we were 1 year. Mm-hmm. And I called an aunt that's a doctor, and she said to me, well, that's a positive result. You have to confirm it. I recommend you not to tell Leo until you have the confirmation. But I wasn't capable of it, so I called him, and I told him, like, we need to talk urgently. We talked. I said to him, and that was the most beautiful thing of that moment. Despite of being the lowest point of my life, we were at the terrace of my house, and I told him that it was positive, and immediately he took my hand and said to me, no matter what, no matter where, no matter why, I'm gonna be with you.
Oh.
It started, well, we started with the process. He made his test. He was negative. It was so confusing. Then I had a difficult moment with one of the doctor, because he said to us that it was impossible that I could have get the infection before we were together, because of my viral charge and because of my defense cells. And wow. I was like, well, you are so irresponsible saying that to us, because you are destroying the basis of our relationship, which is honesty. And you are putting in doubt my word with my couple. That's unacceptable. And well, it was a difficult process to start with the meds and to be conscious that it's not a death sentence. Well, many doctors said to me, and now I recognize it, HIV is not a death sentence. It's only a disease, and it's really easier than diabetes, than heart disease, than a cancer, but it's not. But the thing is that it's not socially accepted. So well, we started the process, and here we are. 4 years later, I'm talking about it openly and trying to educate other people about it and to support many other guys or women that are in the same situation.
Right. First of all, I would like to clap for you because I think it's beautiful what you just said. Dave, thanks so much for sharing this very personal thing about yourself. And thanks as well for letting me put there live on the show because it's a very personal, but as you said, I think it's important because nowadays it's not a taboo anymore. Before it was a taboo, you know what I mean? It was a death sentence. People, you know what I mean? We are talking about 20 or 30 years ago. And nowadays it's something so normal that, for example, in London, actually, I had an interview this week or last week with someone as well who has HIV for more than 28 years. Anyway, so he talks about a lot about that as well. And I was telling him that nowadays, it's something it's so normal to talk about that sometimes we even don't talk about because if someone mention about that, we go like, oh, okay, really? It's not like something that go like, oh, wow, really? What happened? They don't even ask how did it happen, because it's something so normal nowadays. You know what I mean? It's not a taboo anymore. And I was telling him as well, sometimes you see everywhere, like you see, if you go to like in the bus stop, you see the buses, in the tube, in the overground, there's always something talking about HIV, about PrEP, about things, about treatments. So today, nowadays, it's very exposed nowadays to the world. So people nowadays, they talk very open, like you know what I mean? Of course, it's something not easy to deal with, I'm sure, not something easy to deal, but nowadays, you know what I mean? The medicine is so powerful. It's something that people, they shouldn't be afraid or scared, or you know what I mean, to talk about or to expose themselves or even to face it, because it's something, let's say, normal nowadays. You know what I mean? The technology nowadays, you know what I mean, the medicine is so advanced right now that people, you know what I mean, they live a normal life. You know what I mean? So yeah. I think, totally normal life. Thanks so much. Thanks for sharing that, for being so brave. And I'm sure people watching that, they're gonna be very so at the end of the day, very comfort as well to know that someone very young like you, my God, you're so young, and you talk about something so personal, very open. I think we're going to encourage people to, you know what I mean, to be open about, and to encourage people as well to, you know what I mean, to realize that that's something that's not gonna, as you said, it's not a death sentence. It's just something that people go through much more difficult thing, like with healthy problems that is more even difficult to deal with, and that's something that's the medicine is very in a different level as 20 years ago or 10 years ago, and I think every year improves even more. You know what I mean? Nowadays there's so much new things come along now. So I think, yes, thanks so much for sharing that. Thanks so much for being open. Okay?
No. I love to share this because, well, I think that when you are in this reality and when you are living with HIV, you have to try your best to demystify it. I'm not going to tell you that I wasn't afraid when we decided to talk openly about it, but it was really cool to tell someone and to receive a hug. Well, I have to recognize that I have been really lucky about it, because I've never been rejected or discriminalized because of my condition. And well, I think that's really a privilege, because I've get to know like really tough histories where your family doesn't support you, or when your boyfriend like says to you like, it's your problem, I'm not gonna deal with it. So and it's really tough to hear about it.
Absolutely. I think the society out there is still very judgmental about it, but I think it's going less and less, because people there, they are more educated about it. People they are getting more information, and they are more open about it as well. So I think it's gonna go less and less. I think one day, you know what I mean, it's going to be just something that's okay. It's like having a flu or having something that, you know what I mean, they have something that's they're not gonna look at you with a different eyes. They're gonna look at you like, okay, he's just having something that's you know what I mean, he's gonna have for the rest of his life, or maybe I'm sure one day, you know what I mean, the cure is gonna come. But even though you can live forever, you can live like you can live longer, even more than like people who doesn't have like this condition. So it's something that's, the taboo is broken already. I think that taboo from the 80s, it's already broken, you know what I mean. People, they are more, even more in the gay scene. I think the gay scene, we are more educated about it. The information is spread out there. You know what I mean? You see on TV, you see on newspapers, you see people talk at work, you see people talking at school. So I think we're educating ourselves more and more. The community, the society is getting more educated about it, for sure.
Yes, I really agree with it.
For sure. Next question, David.
Let's go.
Right, next question for you is, what gives you butterflies?
What gives me butterflies? Well, there are many things. But I think the best thing is when I'm like sleeping and Leo wakes me up with a kiss.
Oh.
It's amazing, and he knows I'm sleeping and I'm really in a deep sleep, and he only has to kiss me and I will wake up.
Oh, beautiful, 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 very romantic. I love it. Next question.
Let's go.
Right, before the next question, tell me, what's the best part of being a chef, and what's the most challenging part?
Well, the best part is when you like make the dinner, you and the other people like eat it, and they get to pay the product, and they say like, it was delicious. Well, I love that pizza. I love the dough. I love the sauce. Well, that's the best thing. And the most challenging part is to deal with injuries.
Oh.
Yeah. I've suffered kind of a couple of injuries that they were like terrible. One time I cut from here to here and it opened. It was awful. And I was like, in 1 month, I couldn't get to the kitchen. I couldn't cook. And it was awful. And the most challenging is when you are in a kitchen working professionally and you get cut or any other injury or a burn. I get so much burns with the oven. And you have to keep working. And if it's a cut, you have to put a Band-Aid and put a glove and keep working. You can't stop. I think that's the challenging part.
Okay, cool. Right, good question. If you could sit down with yourself when you were 13 years old, what would you say to yourself at the time?
Okay, I think that I would say to myself at 13 would be like, be brave. I've suffered a lot of bullying in school because of being gay. I recognize myself as a gay man like when I was born. So I was pretty bullied because I was a delicate man, because when I started with girls, I had girlfriends but not boyfriends. Well, I didn't play football or basketball or any of it. And that's what I would say to him, because it was a pretty challenging time. But I think that experience made me what I am today. And made me the man who could stand with his head high when they told me that I was HIV positive, and when another problems in a familiar aspects, in a relationship aspects. I think that made me the brave person I am, and the comprehensive guy that I am.
I see. And did you have the support of your family as being gay as
Always.
a child? Really?
Always. Well, my family, it's always been amazing.
Oh wow.
Comprehensive, supportive, loving. In every moment when I was bullied, they always told me like, don't pay attention to them. They are only envy of you. They are trying to pull you down because you're intelligent, because you're beautiful. And the HIV thing came on, they were like, we're here to support you. You are our friend. You are my son. You are my brother, and I will always love you and will always support you.
I think we are very lucky, David, because having a family to support us since early age, I think that makes a big difference in our lives. You know what I mean? It makes us stronger, make us understand life in a different way. I think when you have a very supportive family as you have, I think it makes a big difference in our lives, for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Very good. Next question. Let's do it.
Go.
I love it. You start very shy, dancing. After you're a little bit like this, and now you're just like that, like having the time of your life. Beautiful. Yeah. Good question. If you met someone sad in the streets, what would be your advice to this person?
Well, I think that it would be like a generic advice, because I think we all have to apply it, and it's to do what you like, nor not like what you do, because I think there are pretty different things among them, and enjoy what you do. Okay, do what you like and enjoy it.
Good, very good. Next question. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Right, before the next one, tell me, what do you like to eat the most? What's your favorite dish, and what's something that you don't like to eat at all?
I would say that it's pasta alla carbonara.
My favorite. Carbonara is my favorite.
Carbonara. Only with cheese, egg, pancetta, or guanciale if you have it, and not cream. Please, not cream. Well, I usually make the carbonara here in my house, but a fake carbonara. And I'm pretty sure that if a chef that I really love, that is Vincenzo, he would be like killing me if he hear that I make carbonara with cream. But it's well, when I have when I'm craving for it and I don't have the amount of Parmesan cheese that I need, I usually made it with cream. But that's the best thing. And seafood. And the other thing you asked me,
that you don't like to eat at all.
Well, I would say something like liver, kidney, lungs, because here in Colombia we ate the whole cow and the whole
In Brazil as well.
I would say that, like, I don't know how to say it in English. I think that's gut, like visceras, like the thing that it's inside. Well, nothing of it.
I love all of that. I like it. I love liver. I love kidney. I love all of that. Yeah.
I can deal with it.
Very good. Next question. Right. Next question, David. Who was your first crush and why?
Well, my first crush. Well, you're making me like rewind a lot. Well, because my idyllic one was Daniel Radcliffe from Harry Potter.
Okay.
Okay. And the real one, well, I don't know.
Okay. Cool. I have watched all the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. big fan.
You know what? There was a few years ago. There was a play in London, like in the theater, that he was playing, and one of the scenes in the play in the theater, he was naked.
Yeah, I get to see it. Well, I saw it through internet the things.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm craving to see him naked. I wasn't in London.
I just heard. I don't remember. I didn't see the play, but I remember people talking about it. I was like, oh, it'll be interesting to see Harry Potter naked. Imagine. Next question. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Right. Next question for you is: tell us about your best holidays and why you consider that your best vacation.
2009. I get to go to Cartagena, and in the convention to ban landmines. I worked with the international campaign to ban landmines here in Colombia. Well, with the Colombian campaign to ban landmines, and I get to go to the convention that it was like the second revision of the Oslo Treaty. And the Ottawa Treaty, sorry, that is the one that bans landmines. And it was like 10 days with everything paid, like passes, flights, everything. And when I get in the second day, they get like, well, here are your pay, your daily expenses, and they gave me like $60 per day. And it was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be here 10 days. And I had the hotel covered, the transport covered, the food covered, everything. And it was like, oh my God, I'm a millionaire. And it's a great experience because I get to practice my English with other youth people that get to the Congress. And I had the best time of my life because it was the first time that I traveled to the sea by myself, and I was with my dads, and it was amazing. And the other one, it was in February this year that Leo and I traveled to Santa Marta, a city here in Colombia, right in front of the sea. And well, it was absolutely amazing. It was an idyllic vacations. We had so much fun, and we get to like rebound and reconnect and enjoy life by ourselves, and it was amazing.
Very good, very good. Right, I have 3 questions left for you, okay?
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Right, next question for you is, tell us what is your funniest memory of your time at school?
Well, there's a thing that I laugh right now, and I was like, I don't know, like 11, 12 years old, and at school there were like public presentations. You know what I mean? Like no. Here we call it izadas de bandera. It is like you get in front of the whole school, and you do something, well, or sing or dance or play an instrument or whatever. And I played piano in front of the whole school, and I was pretty sure about it. But when the day came and the presentation, they announced me, I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I can't believe I'm gonna do this thing. And I started playing, And when I started, I missed every single note. It was like pretty embarrassing. And well, I took a deep breath and started again. And well, it worked. And right now, I really laugh about it.
At least you remember after the second chance you had. At least you remember.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't make it like the biggest ridiculous of my life, but well, I saved it.
Good, very good. That's what matters. Try to fix it. That's what matters. Very good. 2 questions left. Let's do it.
Okay.
Before the next question, when you look back, when the COVID situation happened, as you're saying that your parents had a restaurant, it was closing down because of the COVID situation. And of course, the whole world, you know what I mean, went still, some countries still suffering because of the COVID situation. What's the most positive thing you took out of this challenge journey?
Well, I think the first thing is, despite of being a challenging time for Leo and I as a couple, I think that made us closer and stronger.
Wow.
And with my family, the fact that we closed the restaurant, well, it was a challenging time because there were no business and there were no money income.
Yeah.
That made us like way more supportive and way more generous and way more solidarity. How do you say?
Yeah, solidarity, yeah.
Between each other, between us. And it's not only with my nuclear family, like dad, mom, and my sisters, but also with the whole family, like my aunt, my uncles, my cousins. Well, we became like one, and we always support each other. And when we were like, well, I don't have food in my fridge, here you go, or I can pay the whole bills, there you go. I think that's the most beautiful thing that came out of COVID situation, of lockdown particularly.
I see. Okay. Right. Tell us something that you have done in your life that you feel very proud of yourself.
I think I'm very proud because of taking care of my family's business. And being in front of the restaurant and trying to do my best to get it to success.
Very good, very good. I think you are doing your passion, and at the same time as well, you're doing something for your family, for your parents. Yeah, I think absolutely. That's what's good. Yeah, it works absolutely. Well. It works well. Ready for the last one?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's do it. Yeah, let me see the Colombian moves. David, before the last question, I'm gonna ask you a very tough question. Okay, very tough, very difficult.
Okay.
If someone come up to you said, "Okay, David, from this day on, you need to choose to be a lawyer forever or a chef forever. Which one would you choose?"
A chef forever.
Oh. Easy. I thought it would be difficult. Easy for you.
No, not at all. Well, I'm pretty convinced of kitchen. I'm in love. I'm in love. Really.
Cool. Last question is, how would your, let's say Leo, your partner, describe yourself?
How would Leo describe myself? Well, I think he would say that I'm a talkative person. Mm-hmm. Sometimes angry.
Yes, he mentioned because sometimes he leaves something like dirty, not clean or something, and you go like, I remember that, I remember.
Yeah. Well, I think he would say that I'm also an organized person.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty handling with order. Well, I love my house and I love to keep it clean. Sure, he would say that I'm an excellent chef.
Very good, very good, very good. Actually, he said that. Actually, I remember he said that everything that you cook for him is the best. I remember he saying that in the interview.
Yeah, I listened to him when he was telling that to you, sorry. And I was like, oh, he's so cute.
Oh, I remember now. Okay, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game, okay? I'm going to give away some words. Just one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking.
Okay.
Let's start with politics.
Boring.
Love.
Passion.
Money.
Traveling.
Family.
Union.
Sex.
The first thing that came to my mind, like kinky.
Okay. Life.
Journey.
Religion.
Barriers.
Fear.
Necessary.
Friendship.
Also necessary.
Desire.
It would not be one word, but go for it.
Okay. Regrets.
No space for it.
Good. Success.
Dreams.
Happiness.
Happiness. Leo.
Oh, and one word for chef.
Chef, artist.
One word for lawyer.
Defend.
And the last one now, Colombia. One word.
Caribbean.
Okay, so now let's pretend I'm going to meet your best friend, Daniela and Ana Maria. Yeah, the names. Yeah. And I'm gonna ask them. Tell me, define David. One positive word and one negative word. What do you think they would tell me?
The positive word, I think they would say chef, and the negative word would be angry sometimes. I recognize it. I have to recognize it. There are some times that I get like to crush everybody, but well, I'm making my best to
improve.
To improve.
Very good, very good. Let's play now, David and the magic box, and you can ask me a question. Okay, David, you can ask me a question now.
Well, I would love to know. Well, I have many questions. There's only one.
I'll let you ask two.
Okay. So I would like to know, why did you leave your country?
Right. Always being a very adventurous child. Yeah, I remember being a very early age, very very young, like 5 years old. I remember asking my dad if I could work. I remember asking him like if I could work on my holidays, and they never allowed me. And so I always had this adventure of living in a country, in a different country where I could get a better life, where I could help my parents, help my family. And the other reason was the language as well. I always been fascinated with the English language, and I would like to live in a country where the mother language was English. So yeah, there's two main reasons: the language, and also because I always want to get to know the world, to see the world, and to get a better life, and to improve myself. You know what I mean? To grow as spiritually, grow as a person, professionally. So I always wanted to try to go, you know what I mean, to another country. And I left Brazil when I was 19 years old. I moved to Portugal on my own when I was 19. I lived there for 5 years, and I've been living in England for 16 years now. So long time.
So long time. Well,
yeah.
That's good to know. I would love to know what has been the best experience and the best interview you've ever done, and why?
Right, to the best you ever done right now. Right. I believe, David, that I every interview I do, I always learn something. You know, last weekend I just reached 400 interviews so far in the show, and those 400 people that's been part of the show, I always learn something from them. You know, they always left something for me to improve myself, or something that's to information for my life, something that's for example, just talking to you today, you cannot imagine how much I've learned, how much, you know what I mean, you passed to me this positivity, this understanding about things, about life. So every interview I have a connection with my guests on the show that's priceless. I believe that people, they cross other people for a reason. And I'm so grateful that these projects I started because, for example, talking to you, talking to Leo, I feel like that we meant to have this conversation for some reason. You know what I mean? When I look back, I'm like, my God, we meant to have this conversation. And I think I'm so grateful for this project. That's amazing people, you know what I mean, being part of the show. And also I'm looking forward for the people who's going to participate in the show as well. So I'm grateful. And I think every interview I do, it's I finish the interview and I have this moment with myself thinking, my God, how amazing this person is, how amazing. So for me, it's difficult to pick just one interview because it's not fair. It's not fair because
well, it's so beautiful what you say, because actually I was expecting kind of an answer like this, because I've seen like 2 or 3 interviews of your channel, and well, I have to say that what you're doing is beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you very much
for having me.
No, it's a pleasure. I'm so glad that Leo came along, you know what I mean, and now I'm doing the interview with you as well. I'm so glad because I believe there are, you know, the words, I believe the words, there's so much, there's a lot of negativity there, but at the same time there are so many beautiful people there as well. There are so many beautiful people with beautiful stories, you know what I mean? So I think we need to be grateful for those beautiful people as well, because they have a lot to share. And I think we need to connect with those people as well to make a world a better place, to make world a better place for sure.
Yes, totally agree.
Before you go, I would like you to share a positive message.
I think the thing that always drives me and what I can like share with other ones is a phrase of Walt Disney, and he says, always keep moving forward. Always go toward your dreams, toward what you like, and enjoy your life. Here we are not to suffer, we are here to enjoy and to have the best time in this journey that is life.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Thank you so much. David, it was a pleasure. All the regards for you, for your family, all the regards for Leo as well. And we keep in touch, okay? We keep in touch. And in the future,
absolutely.
In the future, I'm going to do an interview together, you and Leo together. I'd like to get you together.
Yeah, we would love to.
Can't wait, okay? All the best. Enjoy your day and keep in touch, okay?
Okay, we will.
Take care. Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao.
Bye-bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye. See you next time.